Welcome in. You are watching LiveWire, and I'm Christina Marie, in for host Ray Tatter. Tonight we have a treat for you. It's an awards show, and we will be right back after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching LiveWire, and I'm Christina Marie. We are here today with the Sacramento Area Sewer District, and we have a wonderful show for you tonight. It's an awards show, and we have partnered with Sacramento Area Sewer District and the local high schools to bring you some really interesting PSAs. So I'm actually going to start with you, Paige. Could you please tell us a little bit about this 3-year grant program and how it came to be?
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for having me here tonight. So through our non-rate, non-fee money, we're able to provide grant funding for a variety of different programs. And one of those buckets is educational outreach programs. And so we've partnered with, again, at the local high schools here to be able to offer students an opportunity to help convey some of our key messages and really drive home what our mission and vision is in a creative format through both live action and animated video projects.
Now, you had a few initiatives that you wanted to communicate.
Yes.
So what were those initiatives?
Yeah, so during the program, what we actually offer is a couple key messages that really drive home who we are and what we do. Main one being a call us first message. So as the local sewage collection and resource and recovery and treatment agency, we provide a service to our customers that if there's ever a problem that they're experiencing in their sewer system, they can call us first, and we'll be able to come out and take a look at the problem and figure out what the next steps will be at no extra cost to them. So that's a really big message that we always want to make sure that our customers know. The other two are really focused on source control, and those are kind of common culprits that we see when customers either utilize the kitchen or the restrooms in their house, and it's proper disposal of certain items. So a big one that we have is called no wipes in the pipes, which, as I'm sure you can probably guess, is the proper disposal of toiletry items in the restrooms. And so through this contest, we're able to convey that message of making sure that people properly dispose of items either in the trash or either flushed. So it's a really fun piece of what we get to do.
Yeah, that's a lot of information. So let's first of all, let's start with the number to call if you have a problem. Where can somebody find that? Is that on your website?
It's on our website. It's 916-875-6730. So they can call that number, they'll speak with dispatch, and they'll be able to kind of figure out what the next steps are. Again, it's also on our website at sacsewer.com, and they can go there as well.
Okay. So like they shouldn't go to your Facebook page and be like, I'm having a problem.
That's right. Yeah.
Just kidding. But yeah, so let's say like what is a common problem that somebody would call for?
A slow drain or a backup. So if they, again, improper disposal can lead to that inside the home. So let's say you are in the restroom and you're putting flushable wipes, or air quote flushable wipes down the toilet. Yes. That can cause blockages in the sewer system because they don't break down like toilet paper does. And so when that happens, it can cause a slow drain or a backup. And so oftentimes when we come out, we can come and inspect the line and see what the issue is.
Okay, so we're not going to flush our wipes, even though they say they're flushable.
Correct.
Right. And then what else with with fats, oils, greases? I know about the fog. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so we have a campaign, it's called Stop the Clog, and it focuses on those key things that you just talked about, fats, oils, and grease. And there's really two ways that we really instill for our customers to properly dispose of those items, and it's either can it or trash it. So when you have certain items like fats, leftover food scraps, if it's a steak with a piece of fatty meat on it, or there's leftovers from your kids that they didn't eat, rather than putting that down your garbage disposal, what we're recommending and asking customers to do is to put that into your trash can instead. If you've got organic waste like leftover lettuce or maybe some napkins, instead of putting that in the trash can, we ask that you put that in your organics cart so that that can be properly disposed of. Again, if it goes down the drain, it causes issues.
Okay. So I also wanted to talk to you about your presence in the community. This is just one of many things that you did mention. Earth Day is coming up. Can you tell me about how you're participating in the community there?
Yeah, so we really take great pride in being a community partner and engaging with the community. We often tend to participate in about a dozen to 15 community events throughout the year.
Wow.
And speaking of, Earth Day is actually one that we're participating in 2 events, one in Folsom and then another at Southside Park for Earth Day.
Oh, fantastic. We're going to Southside Park too.
Wonderful. Well,
So
we'll see you there.
We will see you there, and actually KUBU will also be there. So we're going to have a lot of people there for Earth Day. That's great.
Yeah.
And then also you have a couple of cool things coming up with Kids Day on April 27th.
Yeah, so again, it's just another opportunity for us to interact with the customers out in the community, and that one's a really neat one. It's focused on science, and we'll actually have one of our field trucks out there, so kids will get an opportunity to have some hands-on experience of operating what we call a TVI or a TV inspection truck, and they'll get to kind of learn about what we do in a neat way.
That sounds awesome. And then I also noticed, yeah, I did stalk you on your website.
That's wonderful. We encourage that.
But I also noticed that you have an award-winning facility there, the Echo Water facility.
Yes, yeah.
You won the Civil Engineering Achievement Honor Award.
We did, and we recently were actually also just named CWEA 2024 Plant of the Year, which is a really great accolade in terms of our industry.
Wow, so tell me about that plant. Like, why is it award-winning?
So we recently completed the Echo Water project, which upgraded our facility to a tertiary treatment facility, which means that we're able to treat the water to a higher standard. And so through that, we've got a lot of innovation and ingenuity, and our team has done countless projects to be able to bring it up to that level to meet state mandates. And so for 1.6 million customers throughout the Sacramento region, we treat and recover resources from their wastewater.
Wow. I did see that. 1.6 million people served, right? So that's 5,000 miles of pipe.
Yep.
And 135 million gallons of wastewater treated.
Yes.
Per day.
Correct. Yeah. So we're busy.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Right? So anything we can do to keep those pipes flowing and doing their thing, because that's almost 85 gallons per person that we're responsible for keeping the fog out, the wipes out,
Yes.
and just letting what's supposed to go down the drain go down the drain.
Precisely, yes. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot, and we're a 24/7 operation, so just like everyone uses the washing machines or runs their dishwasher or uses the toilet, that's an operation that we have to maintain at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so we're always there.
Okay, so let's get into how the high schools participate with this. You have partnered to make public service announcements about how people can be better about managing their wastewater. So I'm here with Brad Clark. Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to tell us all about how you interact with the grant and distribute that with the high schools?
Right, so we submitted a grant for the Confluence Grant Funds to create a contest, which was sponsored in part by Access Sacramento. So we open that up to students enrolled in media production or animation courses. And it's part of the curriculum. So students get to make an assignment where their work is really going to be used by the public potentially. Right. And it's not just an empty assignment. It's going to be something that potentially thousands of people can see.
Right, it's media that's going to make a difference.
Yes.
Right, and so then how did you tap into this?
Having taught for a few years, I've got to know Mr. Clark here in the kind of the community, and he's reached out to a lot of the teachers in the area, me being one of them, and shoots me an email and says, "Hey, this is a competition we've done. Didn't do it the last couple of years. COVID kind of hard with some of my classes and stuff, but I had done it a couple of years ago, and then really went on it this year. And so my kids, took it on and had a lot of good times with it actually. So I had some fun, put out some good videos this year with it. And so he reached out though and just kind of sends us the curriculum about it, sends us a slideshow about what it's all about and how to kind of go through it, all the different aspects of it, the requirements of it. And I just kind of take a day, make a lesson out of it, and so I present it to my kids, and then they kind of do with it as they want after that. So it's kind of fun to see what they come up with.
That's great.
Yeah.
So Josh, you've been teaching for 10 years?
It's been about 10 years, yeah. For video production for 10 years, yeah.
What kind of opportunity is this for your media kids? Like, is this kind of unique for you?
It is, yeah. There's other competitions in the area and stuff, but this is one where it's actually going to be shown, and there's some prizes and stuff attached to it, which is kind of cool.
Right.
And they get to come out and accept awards on TV and stuff like that. So for this one though, this is actually going to be used for like a company. And I always tell kids, because they're like, well, can I do this? Can I do that? And I always tell them, no. Like when you're in the field and when you're in the business, you're going to have to follow what the people that you're working for, their directions and what they want.
The client, yeah.
The client, you have to do what the client wants. You have to follow the client's guidelines. And so that's kind of interesting to see them work within those boundaries, because with my own assignments, I have like some flexibility and stuff. But with this one, like, no, this is what the client's asking for. This is what you need to, accomplish and do and stuff. Right. And so they have a good time with it though, so it's fun.
So Brad, with your students, do they feel like they're making a difference in the region? Do they feel like they're using their voice?
Well, I think they feel like they're actually able to use their skills and apply them for a real world purpose. And so that's what's, I think, the interesting challenge for them is, they know that other adults are going to look at this, and there's going to be a selection of judges that are going to evaluate it, and some of them are going to make money from it.
Right, right. And Paige, what do you think about the quality of what you're seeing as the client?
Yeah, as the client, I feel honored, first off, but I think they're amazing. It's always continuously mind-blowing to see the production and the quality that we receive from these animations and the live action. It makes judging very, very hard, but we thoroughly enjoy working together and doing this project year over year.
That's great. Having seen these for 3 years now, I actually learned a lot as a customer, because I was guilty of putting fog down the drain. I thought, just put enough hot water, it'll be fine. And nope, it's not fine. So I have actually changed my practices because of learning from these PSAs.
Wonderful.
And I find them wildly entertaining. I think that what the kids come up with is just really refreshing. As a media teacher, do you feel like, what's it like engaging with the kids with stuff like this?
I really enjoy it. For one, it's like, okay, which video are you going to pick? Because, well, I have to say this, by the way, it educates the kids too. A lot of the kids don't know about, certain things about putting fog down their drain or about the wipes. I had a full conversation with my kids about the wipes. And as a homeowner, I'm like, listen, you don't want to pay for this. It's going to be very expensive. So first of all, you're educating the kids. And that's like an important thing, because I think a lot of kids don't know some of that information, for one. But working with them on it, it's like, okay, which topic are you going to pick? Because they can do the fog, or they can do the wipes and the pipes, or cockroaches. My kids all really like the cockroach video, so they all wanted to do the cockroach one. Yeah, I don't know what it was about the cockroach one, but they really enjoyed doing the cockroach one. And I think they're working in teams and kind of competing against each other, and so that's always kind of fun to see what they're going to do. Well, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, just to see their creative process unfold. And from all different angles, the writing process, the filming process, and the editing process. To see those three things kind of come together with the different groups of kids doing it, it was pretty fun to watch. Yeah, it was made me satisfied as a teacher. Like, oh, look at these kids working, doing something for the community, really, doing something for like a local business and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So when you're working with the kids, what kind of tools are you using? Are they using like something for students, or are they professional grade?
Yeah, so I teach both video production and animation. We have 2 separate pathways, and students select which one they want to do, and we have a 3-course sequence that they complete in the pathway. So this is we do this in my animation class. This is the intermediate class, and so they're learning Toon Boom Harmony and Storyboard Pro, which are professional level software that they're actually using. So they're really using professional tools. We have graphics tablets for them to draw with. They're not drawing with their mouse. So it's a full experience of what it would be like to create a product for a real client.
That's amazing. I think that being able to deliver a program like this at the high school level is what makes our area unique. There's so much talent in Sacramento, and I just really have to thank you for putting this together, to have with us something that the kids can sink their teeth into, right? And hopefully grow interest to then go the next level in college and then become our local producers here. So has there been anything unexpected in the process with the kids?
I don't know about unexpected. Yeah, there's always a couple different contests going on at the same time, so it's kind of fun. Some kids focused on another contest, and then some focused on this one, and it was kind of fun to see the results for both of those actually. So some of my kids won this contest or took second place in this, and they didn't place in the other contest, and so that's kind of funny to see where their focus was. Maybe that was a little unexpected, I guess, as far as that goes. I was unexpected that not everyone, but most kids chose the cockroach competition to do. I thought the wipes one actually would be kind of kids were all talking about the wipes, and they all liked the wipes, and I said, don't use them, and so I kind of thought that such a big conversation in the classroom, I thought more of them would do that. So I just was interested that the kids were drawn to the cockroach topic more than anything else, I guess. So.
Well, so speaking of cockroaches then, like what do we do if we have a cockroach infestation? Like how does that affect the sewer district?
Right, so there's really the cockroach message here is really to educate residents about the different things that they can do. If they're inside your home, who to call. If they're outside your home, who to call. If you see them around a sewer system, the storm drain, if it's separate. And so there's all different steps that people can do in order to mediate the issue that the cockroaches are bringing. However, on the sewer specific side, so if they're in or around a manhole, it's always to call us first. Again, that message is just driven home, and we'll come out to kind of work to investigate the issue and then mitigate as well. But the fun thing I agree with the gentleman here, the cockroach component of this PSA contest has just increased so much over the last several years, and it's been quite entertaining to watch the submissions for those.
Yeah, I'm always like, whenever I see this cockroach.
Then they're so creative. They're so creative.
I don't remember that being one from before, actually, so I was wondering if that was relatively new. Yeah, that part of it, so it was cool.
Yeah, last year I think we had some robotic cockroaches. That was, like, I think they're toys, but like, they were moving, and I was like, where do they get their stunt cockroaches? Yeah. This is, oh my
kids had one
gosh.
of those. Yeah, they're creepy.
So, well, we're going to be getting right into the awards next. And be seeing some of these really great PSAs. We have some amazing PSAs that are going to be coming up. So we're going to get into not flushing those wipes, not putting your fog down the drain, and calling when you see cockroaches. But first, we have a word from our sponsors, so stay tuned, and we will see you in just a minute.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, amigo. Gracias. Thank you. What's wrong, amigo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
As weather conditions get warmer, cockroaches seek for the perfect shelter.
Are they roaming around your property? Call a pest control company.
Are they crawling out of storm drains? Call your local stormwater utility.
If around manholes, call Sac Sewer.
Keeping these pests away may seem inevitable, but ways to prevent them are:
first, eliminate food, water, and shelter sources.
second, seal cracks and crevices.
Lastly, remove trash daily.
For more information on the prevention of cockroaches,
go to www.sacsewer.com.
It's time.
Oh, terrific. Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah, If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Hello, my name is Sky Alton, host of Everyday Amazing with Sky Alton, and you're watching LiveWire on Access Sacramento.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Christina Marie, in for Ray Tatter tonight, and you're watching LiveWire. And now we are at the exciting part, the awards show. So I'm back here with Paige, and we're going to start with the animation awards.
Great.
Tell me about the animations that you saw. Was it difficult to choose the top winners?
Very, very. Like I said before, we had, I think, 60 total entries between live action and animation, and so there was a lot to pick from. Everybody's were so creative, but again, the elements of the key message points being driven home and the creativity within the animation components really helped us determine which ones that were going to be the winners this time.
Okay, so we're going to start. You're going to get to see Hit the Line, which is third place. Here's our
Is your sink clogged, overflowing, or even backed up?
Yeah.
Just call Sac Sewer. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. We'll determine if the issue is our responsibility or the customer's. Even if the problem is in the customer's portion of the line, our service calls carry no additional cost to the customer.
Good to know.
It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
Learn more at sacsewer.com.
And we're back with the creator of Hit the Line, Autumn Lee. Hello, Autumn.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So tell me about your project. What came to mind?
Well, I wanted to just make a character that I could feel for almost, because I'm a super big character person. So just wanted a character that will, and yeah.
Okay. So what goes in your process of developing a character, like an original design? Tell me about that process.
I like to make backstory and stuff, just so they have a meaning, and based off that, I draw them out,
Great. And what was behind this one?
Just someone who's super happy and responsible and stuff.
That's great. Well, this is your award. So thank you very much for your contribution, and we are going to be airing your award on our channels.
Thank you.
Great. So the next one we have is going to be our second place winner, and that is Piper's Lesson. Take a look at this.
Don't flush that wipe. Why, it's just a wipe. Did you know disposable disinfectant wipes, baby wipes, even wipes labeled as flushable, either take a very long time to break down or don't break down at all? This causes problems like clogs that are messy, expensive, and can even damage your pipes, especially when the wipes bind with other materials. So put your wipes in the trash instead of clogging your pipes. Do the sewers a favor. Trash the wipes, not the pipes. Learn more at sacsewer.com.
And we are back with the producer of that video, and that is Alex Lintert.
Yep.
Welcome. Thank you for your contribution, and congratulations on second place.
Thank you.
Can you please tell me about your process and what went into your video?
So, before I looked through examples of what people have made before, and I saw someone made a character, and so I decided to also add characters in my PSA.
That's great. What made you choose this particular message?
So I'm pretty sure it was I could make the most out of what I could come up with compared to the other categories.
So it just kind of stimulated your imagination a little more?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's great. What do you think about your PSA being on TV?
Surprising, because it looked very messy. It looked surprising because it looked very messy compared to everyone else's. So
I wouldn't say messy. Maybe that's a style choice.
It's just bit messy. Well, the art style would be a bit messy because the one before mine looks a lot better.
Well, you're very gracious. So here's your award. Thank you very much for your contribution. And we are going to go into the next one, which is the first place winner in animation. And the title of that one is Drain Clogness. Let's take a look at that one.
No! What happened? What do I do?
Don't be like this person. If you have sewer problems like a slow drain or overflow, call Sac Sewer first. Seriously? You can call Sac Sewer 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, even during holidays. We will determine if the problem is our responsibility or the customer's. If so, we will advise you on what to do next.
Learn more at sacsewer.com.
And we're back, the creator of Drain Clogness, Bilal Latif.
Hi.
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 So tell me about, what was the philosophy behind your video?
Well, when I wanted to make the video, I had a bunch of different thoughts. Like, I wanted to make like a 60s, like a vintage PSA.
Nice.
But I decided it would be too hard given the time. So I just made that.
So tell me more about your creative process. You have class. Mm-hmm. And then, like, what do you do during class each day towards this end?
Well, when we started, we had to make the story, first of all, and we had to write it. And then for the character, I just made like one that I thought would be easy, and I gave it a name. I gave like it a style that I would wear, maybe.
Yeah.
And then we make the storyboard for it, and then we actually make the animation and color and everything.
So there's a lot of
yeah.
Steps in the process. And then did you work with a team at all, or were you working solo?
I worked solo for the animation, but for the voiceover, I also got help from Autumn.
Oh, okay. So you guys are in the same class?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. So tell me about your teacher. How does he inspire you?
Well, I think his energy for animation really inspires me to work more towards a better animation.
And what was it like working for a client like Sac Sewer? Like, were you scared that you might mess it up? You know?
I was very scared. I didn't even think I would win, but
surprise! Well, it's a wonderful achievement and an accomplishment and contribution to our airwaves. So thank you very much. We will be airing that on TV regularly and educating the public. How does it feel to have your creation educating the public and like doing good in the community?
It's scary because like, what if someone doesn't even acknowledge the PSA and they just skip over it or something?
Oh, I don't think that'll happen. I think yours is very entertaining.
Thank you.
You know, especially being animation, right? People love animation. So, where are you gonna go after this? Are you planning on a career in media?
I think I want to do animation. I've been doing animation on my iPad using an app, and hopefully I can get into a good animation college.
Right on. Well, I think this is going to be a great portfolio piece for you, and you know, it's an honor for us to have you tonight. Thank you so much for contributing.
Having me.
So, and here's your award.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Congratulations.
So next up, we're going to go into the live action awards, starting with third place, Rid the Roaches, and everybody hold on to your seats because it's roaches and it's live action. So. Trigger alert. Let's check out this one.
Everywhere. In your drains, your walls, and even your sewers. But have no fear, you're the superhero here. You can seal cracks and crevices, rid food and water sources, and wowzers, removing trash and ensuring a closed lid is a breeze. If they're around property, call a pest control company. Around storm drains, contact your local stormwater utility. And if in sewer manholes, call Sac Sewer. Learn more at sacsewer.com.
All right, that was Rid the Roaches, our third place winner, and we have Jonathan Kwong here, the creator of that one. Was that really fun to make or what?
Yeah, so when I started making the video, I wanted to get across the idea that anyone could like do cockroach prevention, and I did that through the superhero theme, and I wanted to get that across using this like, oh, you're the superhero here type voice, and then I wanted to do that.
I like that. Everybody can be a superhero by keeping the roaches away. So, did you have a team that you worked with?
I had my sister doing the acting, but I did this whole thing by myself.
Oh wow! And which teacher is your teacher?
Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark. Okay. So what's it like working with him?
It's really interesting because originally this superhero idea wasn't exactly what it was before, because I had a different idea plan, and it went into he actually inspired the idea that I make this about anyone can be a hero and prevent cockroach infestations and do all these different practices to do so.
Fantastic. Well, what's it like now that you have been on TV with a PSA?
Actually, I was here once before, back in 2021, with a different type of video of Don't Flush the Pipes. Down there.
Don't flush the wipes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that you've done wipes and roaches, are you going to come back and maybe do some fog for us?
Maybe.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations on your third place. Here's your award. And thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
So the next thing we're going to see will be the second place winner in the live action category. And that one, oh gosh, it's more cockroaches. Pest alert, battling cockroaches. Here we go, take a look at this.
Conditions of Sacramento, a larger number of pests like cockroaches seek water sources and shelter, especially in the dark, damp spaces of storm drains and sewer pipes in the sewer system. To help combat these pests, you can eliminate food, water, and shelter sources that attract pests, seal cracks around your home, and remove daily trash, as well as keep lids closed on outdoor cans. Do you see these pests in or around your property? Call a pest control company. In or around storm drains? Call your local storm water utility. In or around manholes? Call Sac Sewer at 916-875-6730. To learn more, go to sacsewer.com.
And we're back. That was Pest Alert, Battling Cockroaches by creators Calvin Chen, Shurins Kaneganti, and Dylan Schubert. We are actually having the award being collected by their teacher. They could not be here tonight. So congratulations to your team and your students.
Thank you.
Tell me about their process. What was it like working with those three?
First of all, they're my Media 2 class, so I've had them for a second year now, and it's really good. You get to know them a little bit better, and so you get to know like their quirks and stuff, and they're really creative individuals. The inspiration kind of was the plastic cockroaches. One of my coworkers was into my room when we were talking about the assignment. She's like, I have a bunch of cockroaches left over from like Halloween or from pranking or something, and I was like, oh, I'll take them. And so she had this bag of like 30 cockroaches, and so. And as activities director, I have a bunch of like weird things like string, and I had this invisible wire, and so they had the idea, and they're like, okay, let's play around with this, and so they kind of had the idea of stringing the cockroaches and then making them look like they're animated, and so that's kind of how that came about. And that was kind of fun to see them come up with that whole process and have it come to fruition and stuff.
So they learned a little bit about like prop making and
a little bit of prop making involved.
Roach stunts.
Yes.
Who knew?
Exactly. So it was cool though. They're good guys and stuff. So
wow,
I enjoyed working with them. So yeah.
What's the best thing about working with high school students in media?
They keep you on your toes, and the things they come up with. They're very creative individuals. So, you try to think of yourself as a creative individual, but kids are always thinking outside the box. So they come at everything with fresh eyes and stuff. So it's a lot of fun to see the things they come up with.
Does it ever get out of hand?
Yes, you gotta. Yeah, that's why I'm there. Is to be like, no, sometimes. So, yeah.
You're like this edit, not that.
Exactly. So yeah, they keep me on my toes, but they're a good group of people. So yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations on second place.
Thank you. All right, I'll get this to everyone. Yeah, right on. So.
And then I guess we have just first place to go, and that's in the live category. And this one is titled "Keep the Wipes Out of the Pipes." And so let's take a look at Keep the Wipes Out of the Pipes.
You ever cleaned your bathroom with wipes and once you finish you flush them down the toilet? Disposable disinfectant wipes, baby wipes, and even wipes labeled as flushable are causing problems for sewage systems. These products are difficult to break down, which often causes messy and expensive sewer blockages and overflows. Only toilet paper and human waste should only be flushed, nothing else. So do the sewers a favor. Trash the wipes, not the pipes. Learn more at sacsewer.com.
And that was Keep the Wipes Out of the Pipes with Nathan Rivera. Hi, Nathan.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right, doing all right.
Congratulations on first place.
Thank you.
So what's it like to be a first place winner of a PSA contest?
It feels so surreal because like I've never won anything like this big at a like competition state at all. So it feels like really honorable to like win first place in this competition.
That's great. Did you have a team that you worked with?
I worked solo, so I did everything: the camera work, the editing, and just like writing out the script. Well, my teacher, Mr. Clark, actually helped me with the script, but everything else I just worked solo.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you learned every aspect of filmmaking or television making to do this.
Yeah.
What software do you use?
Well, we use Adobe Premiere Pro. Not just me, but the students at my class, Digital Media 2, we use Adobe Premiere Pro. It is a fantastic editing software. Even though it's very expensive, you'll get the best out of it, and I recommend everyone to use it.
Yeah, well, I think it's fantastic that you know that this early in the game, because that's what the pros use too.
Yeah.
That's what I use. And it's really great to see that our high school kids are learning real skills in media that they can use going forward. Are you planning on staying in media?
I'm actually not sure. Maybe, because I have all these fantastic skills, and my teacher's able to teach me like all these like skills and like things like to like edit and like videos and stuff. So yeah, I'm probably deciding if to get a career out in media. Maybe not. I'm not sure yet. So
that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to decide tonight.
Yeah.
That's great. And then, do you think that maybe you would try animation next time, or would you stick with live action?
I think I'll stick with live action because the students at animation work so hard in animating their projects. Like, I don't have their creativity and their skills to even work on a simple project. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with live action for this one.
And then as part of the live action process, which part was your favorite?
Probably just working with the camera and just like editing all these like shots, and actually with the camera, like you can do all sorts of creative stuff with the camera, and it's honestly amazing to work with live action.
So what's the camera would you use?
We use a Canon C200. Mr. Clark, my teacher, provided us these cameras to use.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was it scary, like using a camera that nice? Were you afraid you were gonna drop it?
Yeah, it was so scary because I figured that it's gonna be very expensive, and I just had to like be very careful to like handle it during our PSA project making. So yeah.
Would you recommend this contest to anybody else?
Yeah, of course. I recommend to anyone in high school or even like middle school or elementary school if they're even offered to make these projects. But yeah, I feel like this is a wonderful opportunity to get skills and get leadership. Oh, not leadership, but like get like some free money, you know, out of the competition, but also like make an impact in our community in Sacramento and just having fun and having a wonderful time here.
Yeah. So as a high school student, do you feel like your voice was represented in your piece?
Yeah, honestly, I feel that my voice was like very representative because like I'm able to construct this wonderful PSA project and put it on the big TVs, you know, like that's so surreal to me, like to have like something that I made to put on TV on live broadcasting. Like that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as the client, what do you think about the first place live action?
It knocked it out of the park. You guys did a great job, and we loved watching your piece. It was so fun to see the animation and the live action pieces come together, conveying those key message points, so we loved it.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's great. So I think that does it for all of our previews and awards. At this time, I would like to talk to you about another way you can get involved with Access Sacramento. We are actually having a cast and crew call coming up, a place called Sacramento Cast and Crew Call, which is happening May 8th. And that will be from 6 to 8 p.m. right here at the Coloma Community Center. So save the date for that. And I'm sorry. We have a little bit more time to talk about the contest as well. Thank you, Brad, for coming back in. So tell us a little bit more. What's the future of this contest?
Well, our grant is coming to an end. This is our 6th year doing this with the Confluence grant, and we are going to be applying for another grant for another 3 years. So we hope to keep doing it. We've been working with Access Sacramento for this is 6, 7, 8, 9 years now, creating PSAs that you've been airing, throughout the year, and it's really a fantastic opportunity for students to have their work shown in public like that, and we definitely appreciate Access Sacramento for that, and of course we appreciate Sac Sewer for their support of this contest.
Yeah, this is a really special collaboration, and I hope that we see more of that in the future. Because it's really important that our youth have a place to express themselves and be rewarded for their hard work. Working in media is a medium that it's like the only medium that the artists can't afford to express themselves in. So having special programs like this to the high schools and at Access Sacramento, giving the students the tools, the knowledge, the studio space, it's highly valuable because that is what is going to create our next generation of creators. And if they can't afford it at home, how are they going to play in this medium? So thank you very much for doing all of this. We're very appreciative of Sac Sewer as a client and a sponsor, and the grant and everything. It's really helped us do more impact in the community. In fact, there's been 18 PSAs just in the last 3 years alone. Is that correct?
For the awards?
Yeah,
yes.
For the awards.
Yeah.
And then of course there's the runners-up and the honorable mentions as well, which we do have on our website at Access Sacramento, just in case anybody's curious to go back through the years to see the honorable mentions, the first place, second place, and third place in both animation and live. So it lives on, it moves on, and continues to educate our community. It's fantastic. So one other thing I wanted to talk about with Access Sacramento is we have so many opportunities for younger people, and I don't think people really realize, between the cast and crew call, our film festival that we do, and the TV shows, like anybody can come and get a membership at Access Sacramento and create their own show. And now these high school kids have had a chance to kind of educate the public in some very important matters. We're encouraging them, come on back, make a show, talk about the local matters and what's going on in your neighborhood. We are your community media center and offer all these resources at a very, very small price. Membership is $60, and you can come use all of our tools and come in for our classes. So that about wraps it up for our show tonight on LiveWire. Again, thank you very much, both of you, for coming, and thanks to all the students for coming and showing your projects. We really appreciate your time and effort, and encourage you to make more community TV. That's all for us here, and you've been watching LiveWire.